Right, so just quickly go through my game, just explain what's going on as well, and what the game is about. So it's a top-down kind of third-person game. It's a hand-painted style. It's got a kind of unique little style to it, but it kind of fits in between World of Warcraft, Dota 2, Diablo 3, just alongside those kind of games. It's about a player who has to escape sounds outside, which you will hear next semester. It'll be like wolf sounds, and player cues that all say like, "What's outside? I need to get in here. It's not safe out here." As soon as he walks in, the gate will close and he'll be trapped. You have to find another way out. Now in here, there are traps that will kill the player. Alongside that, there's mystical things, like later on in the level I'll show you. When the player it's like obstacles that the player has to get past to try and survive. Now at this point, half the level is complete, half is going to be made later on. Right, so there are main pickups that the player has to get. So this one is the main pickup. The player has to collect a certain amount of these before he's able to exit at the other end. There's also different pickups, like this one, which is mainly for points. It goes through, there's different things that will kill the player. There's different traps, more traps being made at the moment and being put into the next part of the map later on. But pick up lots of different things in Kismet happening. So we've got areas that will kill the player. We've got collision areas where as soon as the player touches it, trigger, it will open something or just do something else. So as we get out here, we get to the kind of fantasy area, the area where things are strange. So we've got glowing plants, we have lights, just different colours coming out of different areas, glowing waterfalls, floating blocks, kind of area, kind of fantasy based, it's mystical, it's strange. So we have blocks that do different things. I'll get to that later on. Let's go through. Right, so this is the end of the level so far, what I've built. There's more to do. As you've seen, there's an area here which is mystical, and there's an area over there which is trap orientated. Later on they will be like kind of mixed, which will be the final thing before the player completes the level, and will be the hardest. This is going to the sounds of outside. There's torches inside. There's the dungeon sounds inside, and there's also the sounds of waterfalls. Right, so as we walk in, as you stand here, the door closes. As using triggers. There's also a pressure plate there. So as you stand on that, this door will open here. It's just open for us. At the moment, these ones are not being able to pick up. But yeah, also here, later on in the game, just up to the top left on the ceiling, just up here, there's going to be like glowing letters that tell the player what to do, like controls. For instance, like here, the player needs to jump, so it'll say, press this button to jump. Again, yeah, he's trapped, and there will be writing at the top left saying, careful, some traps are harder to see, or something like that, and don't get hit. Some more traps. Another pressure plate which opens the door in the top left corner. Right, so this, I've done some Kismet to make it so as soon as you pick this up, the light turns on. And that's one of the main things that the player has to pick up through the game. All of these have collisions, and if you hit the blades you will die. If I touch that, I will die. And same with this. If I get the player off, I will die. Next game. Right, so there's a lot more traps, and not only that, there's a lot more traps in progress as well, like many of them logging in previous maps, so just need to get around to catching them and put them in the next part of the map. There's collisions on these, if you get touched I will die, so... Okay. All of these traps are able to kill you. As soon as you touch them, you will die. Okay, so another one of these. This pressure plate opens the next door to the mystical area. It's just kind of guiding the player through. The reason why I did this is just to guide the player through. So they learn before they get to the harder parts. Right, okay. So we go through. Start a jumping puzzle, you can see moving blocks as well. now these next blocks I've made so as soon as you touch them, a similar effect to what what would happen in space, or something similar with low gravity or no gravity whatsoever, is it would move as soon as you touch it. So I've done this. After a while, it will slowly stop, and then as soon as I jump off it, it will activate its second matinee, which will slowly rotate away from the player where it's jumped. Next blocks, these ones drop on impact as soon as you touch them. These are really careful. Oh, there we go, that one's gone. Let's go into later. Right, next, another one. Okay, right. Saying that, there's going to be some checkpoints currently being modelled in 3ds Max. There will be a next update, so we'll have like one here, say like another one here. So the player doesn't have to keep doing the entire map again. At this point, it just gets up to here. That's the end of this section. Right, so here's the Kismet. Got stuff for the gates, opening the triggers. Got crystals like with lights and the matinees for them to rotate. Got life system in place. I haven't finished that just yet. That's going to be completed next semester along with like checkpoints as well, so the player doesn't have to keep going to the beginner level every time they die. Traps for all the every single trap in the map so far, along with the damage outputs and the matinee animations for them, and the rocks for all the different effects. So alongside all this, I also have UI in progress. This will be finished by next semester, and many more assets in 3ds Max that are currently being built to add to the game.